What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Alright, so early this morning, we got the Nintendo Partner Direct Showcase, or the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. And Nintendo had us wake up very early in the morning for this. Well, I was already at work. But, you know, Nintendo had a lot of people wake up early for this Direct. And there were some backlash to being announced as a partner showcase yesterday from people that were just not excited to see third-party games, no matter what third-party games they were. They were just mad that they weren't going to get any first-party games. But there was still potential here for having a great show, because the games that are coming to the Switch 2 from third parties, some of them are actually pretty incredible. But did Nintendo actually decide to showcase those games in this partner showcase? Well, before we get things started, we're still on the road to 20,000 subscribers. So if you're into Nintendo Switch 2 content and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about the video and also the partner showcase in the comment section. And if you like the video, hit the like. So, yeah, the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase was shown this morning, and to say it was underwhelming would be quite the understatement. Now, it wasn't a straight up garbage show. It wasn't a horrible show per se, but it was underwhelming. Now, it wasn't all bad, and there were some actual highlights and good parts of the show, and I'll get the good stuff out of the way first, because honestly, it wasn't that much. So first of all, one of the main highlights of the show was Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection. I thought this actually looked pretty incredible, and this is from someone that has not purchased any of the Monster Hunter Stories games. I thought that this game looked actually really good. It actually looks like, well, not looks like, it's heavily inspired by Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in terms of its art style, for sure. It's a beautiful game. It's not exclusive to Switch 2 though, and it comes out on other systems, and the game actually does not launch until 2026. So Nintendo starts off this partner showcase showing a game that does not come out this year, but admittedly looks pretty incredible. Another highlight of the show for me was the heavily rumored, Persona 3 Reload. I thought that looked to run pretty incredible. Even though it's a pretty much like a remake of an older game. Like I told you guys in the video before, Hyrule Warriors was shown, Age of Imprisonment. I thought this looked really good. I love seeing these Hyrule Warriors games with really good frame rates, like a consistent frame rate. So that was good. The game looks good. I'm excited for that game for sure. Madden was finally shown on the Switch 2 and Switch 2 footage. It looked pretty good. I thought it looked good. Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was finally announced for the Switch 2 as expected. But what wasn't expected is that it's coming to the regular Switch also, which is kind of weird, because it's like, wow, so why didn't this come to the original Switch when it came to the other systems? If it was going to come to, I don't know, like, this is one of those games where people assumed could not come to the regular Nintendo Switch, and lo and behold, it's coming to the Switch 1 and Switch 2 much later than other systems. The Switch 2 is understandable because, it just came out, but now it's coming to Switch 1, which is kind of raising some eyebrows here. But yeah, that Chronos game looked pretty good to me also. Overall, it wasn't a horrible direct. It just was not anything like what it could have been and anything like what we were expecting it to be. You got even some of these journalists out here like Chris Dring, who said that it was supposed to be chunky. He's saying that there was at least 3 games that he was told by game developers directly that was going to be in the direct, and it wasn't. So these developers are pretty much just being told that their game will be featured in a direct, but they don't know which one. Which points to what I said yesterday, that there's clearly going to be at least one more Nintendo Direct before the end of the year, which is actually a good thing. So it looks like some of these games that I was expecting to see at this Direct, such as finally the Call of Duties, the Xbox ports, and things like that, will probably be shown during a general Direct along with some bigger Nintendo titles. It looks like they are spacing them out that way. But that also could imply that a lot of those big third-party titles, aside from maybe Call of Duty, might not actually come out this year. Maybe they're early 2026 titles. So, yeah. So there's that. But overall, this Direct was very disappointing. I mean, they showed a game called Chilling by the Campfire. Like, Chilling by the Campfire. Like, we're waiting to see, like, Halo and Call of Duty and these major titles. Like even the older titles that finally come to, like, native ports of Resident Evil Remake, and they Chilling by the Campfire is what we get. Interesting. So, yeah, I've been seeing some people like, oh, see, we told you this was going to be whack. No, you guys were not hyped for this because there was no Nintendo games. You guys were bashing this even with the rumors of there being mega third-party games announced at this Direct. And trust me, if the games were announced at this Direct that I was thinking was going to be announced, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. You guys would be flip-flopping. But obviously that is not what happened with this partner showcase. But yeah, kind of bummed about that. The saving grace is, of course, that we know that these games are coming. We just don't know when they're going to come, and we don't know exactly when they are going to be shown. But yeah, was not impressed. Was not impressed at all. Now, I personally don't think that he would make up this information for 2 reasons. One, he's one of the most popular Nintendo YouTubers and gets a ton of views on every video, has a ton of subscribers. There's no real need for him to make something up for attention, right? And also the fact that when it comes to these leaks and rumors, when they don't come true, a lot of people really come down hard on the people that told them the leak and the rumor. And seeing as how he reacted to a video that he did before that was not well received, and he pretty much damn near went through depression and didn't make videos for a long time after it, I don't think that he would risk that happening again just for a Nintendo Direct rumor.